Real ones with me, I know we gon' beat the odds. Yup. Counterfeit. Guess it from the thought of it. People fake. Think they need to start a kid. Tryna be real. This right here to start a kid.
Huge thank you to today's sponsor, Giant Snacks. Giants is a small family-owned business that specializes in premium flavor and giant snack sizes.
From sunflower seeds, pistachios, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, Giants has all the great snacks you need.
Don't forget some of the great flavors that they offer between dill pickle and sweet Thai chili.
Or whatever craving you have.
Check out some of the newest flavors coming to a store near you this fall.
Big Easy cashews and Big Easy sunflower seeds.
Available soon online or at a store near you. Once again, huge thank you to Giant Snacks for sponsoring this podcast.
Now let's get back to the podcast.
Dude, we're back. This is weird.
Hell yeah.
Guys, we pre-record these like not too far in advance, but we had some stacked up there, so it's been a little bit since we've been in the studio.
Yes, it has. And Jack was sick.
I was sick.
I was a little sick in the beginning too, and so we just took a while, but it's been like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's the longest we've had in 3 months. But
yeah.
Before we get too far into it, welcome, guys, back to the Beyond the Spotlight podcast, hosted by myself. My name is Jack.
And I'm Aiden.
Thank you to Giant Snacks for being an amazing sponsor. Just hopping right into it, they got some new stuff. They got Big Easy cashews and Big Easy sunflower seeds. We say it in every ad. You guys hear it in every single ad. Big Easy cashews and Big Easy sunflower seeds. And they are out now, so we're going to review them towards the end of the podcast too. But we're 12 weeks into this podcast. We've interviewed a ton of really cool people. We'll talk a little bit about those people too. But we told you guys in the first episode that we want to come back every few episodes, and it's been 12 now, so every few months now, I guess, and just talk to you about, I don't know, give a little update, share a little bit about what's changed in our lives, and just BS with the boys a little bit, like a little internal podcast. And sometimes we'll have like friends or family members on these, but these are there's going to be super rare. So
one good thing too is when we do these, you guys get to know us a little bit more beyond just us as hosting, and then you also we'll give you a little bit of an insight on how the podcast is going, how we've been feeling about the podcast, and
like how it works.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, diving into it right away. 12 weeks in, how are you feeling, Aiden?
Dude, it's been fun, but it's been a ride. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, to be honest.
No.
And right when you mentioned that you want to start a podcast, the hosting is honestly the easy part. Like the recording, you know, my clips have gotten longer and longer to do because I make them better and better every time. And so I'm learning as I go too. So I'm not that quick with editing, but the more I do it, I do have fun with it, but there's a lot of time spent outside of just us recording.
Oh, for sure. And a little context for the viewers, what he's talking about is, obviously you guys see the clips on TikTok, YouTube, not Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. He makes the clips. I do the long form. So we kind of delegate each other different roles. So since you do the clips, how does it feel for you when these clips are getting a million, another million
right, views,
300,000,
yeah,
400,000? I mean, we've gotten, dude, thank you guys so much for watching. First of all, like the TikTok has gotten over like 3.5 million views, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that in the last 12 weeks.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you to get those clips that have over 1 million views?
It's a lot better, and it makes me feel better about how much time I put into it.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I mean, I probably spend close to an hour a clip, I would say.
Sure. And there's 60 seconds, guys. There's 60
right.
seconds.
They seem like that wouldn't be that much work to do, but they take a while, you know? And right away, they get 500 views, and it's like, it's still cool, but it's like, I spent an hour on that, you know? And now when they blow up like that, it's like, okay, why did that blow up? What techniques am I going to use for the next time I make clips to try and get them to blow up again? And so it has been really cool to see, though, and I'm happy with our results, especially on TikTok, and then the one on Instagram just did really good, and so it is really cool to see that end of things. What about you with the long form? It's a little bit different.
Yep.
Because it's not like they get as many views, but what about that one with Dalton?
Oh,
how did that feel, dude?
Honestly, that is easily my favorite one that we've done, for sure. Because like the set, being in Cormorant for that one was really cool. If you guys haven't seen that one, check that one out. Just being at the Cormorant pub and like the table set up to him being there and like the timing of that one could not have been better. He started becoming a character in their videos.
Yeah.
The video before. So like Reckless Golf came out. He was a main part of it, well, a big part of it. And then we hit the podcast, and then like the next video, every video is like, he's a big part. So that was perfect timing. Honestly, just like everything about that episode was...
YouTube
Just
hit that
loved it.
algorithm perfectly too. It sent it right to the C-Boys fans.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of our viewers got that video, because it came up on their home screen and they watch a lot of C-Boys. And so YouTube did a very good job of their algorithm and how it works. And we still haven't figured out the algorithm, that's for sure. But yeah, that was a fun one with Dalton. I agree with you that different scenery was super fun.
It's really annoying. One guy commented, and dude, we read all the comments, positive and negative. That's okay. But I saw one that was like, you guys are using the C-Boys name for your views. Imagine having to do that to do. And it's like, dude, it's the C-Boys filmer. Do you think we're going to leave? Like, obviously you put Dalton Songstad in the title and everything. Don't get me wrong. Like, people know Dalton too.
Right.
But it's like, it's just like what you got to do. It's not like we're using,
And our whole podcast is based off of a guest interview style podcast. And so no matter what, we're going to be using other people's names, because that's what draws in the attention. Who are you interviewing next, right? And so that's...
Adding to that too, C-Boys, yes, it made it get more views. And you could say it's because it had C-Boys in the name, that is completely why. But... why would we not, like, obviously we wanted to get more views, but the guest too. Right. The guest wants it to get viewed because he got hopefully more followers from that, or people got to learn the backside of him.
Everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. And especially with him, because he gets a lot of hate, face value hate, I feel like, people who don't actually know him. But I hope people that watched that episode got to know the backside about Dalton. He's actually a really cool dude.
Yeah,
like
I learned a lot from Dalton. I just hope that before people make hate comments about Dalton, they really look and like see what he's about, you know? Because people left and right just say, oh, he's Cheeto or whatever. But it's like, there's a lot more to it, you know? He's a good guy. He truly is. So.
And we'll get into more hate comments later, but you know damn well not a single one of those people is doing their research before they leave a comment. Dude.
Right.
I had one today that I saw on Instagram, and it said, you guys look 12. And I was like, okay, I mean, that's fine, whatever. We do look young, but it's like, dude, honestly, right away, they did. I was like, they did kind of hurt. I was like,
right
damn.
away, they hurt Jack.
Yeah, dude. Trinity's.
He's texted me quite a bit on that.
A few screenshots of them. Like on Trinity's episode, her clip that had 1.3 million views had like 600 comments, and not a single one of them was positive.
Yep.
Not a single one was like, nice pod, guys. It was all like, you look 12. She's only famous because she's hot. Whatever. Not everyone needs a podcast. Make podcast equipment more expensive.
Yep.
Like, dude, like hateful stuff. Okay, I digress, bro. So going back to the comment I saw today that said, you look 12. I clicked on his profile just to see, like, because I like to do that. That's what people do.
Yeah.
And it's like, happy 32nd birthday, honey, with a photo of his wife and like him. And it's like, you're 32 years old, leaving a hate comment on a 20-year-old's podcast.
Like, what's your goal?
And like, it's like, he's got a whole life. And like, and people have their whole life. I understand it more when the person's account is like a random picture and nothing about them personally.
Right.
Like, I get it. You're a troll. That's what you do. You're a weird troll that has nothing to do with leave hate comments. But when you have a whole family and personality on your page and you're...
you're taking the time. I mean, this is my question. I've really never understood hate comments, personally. Like, I don't ever make a hate comment. Here and there, I maybe, like, think about it. But the moment I even start to say anything, I realize, why am I doing this,
Just swipe.
Like, what's the goal behind your hate comment? Do you want the creator to just be done? Like, is that your goal? Like, what are you trying to accomplish, you know? And so when I read some of these, it's like, dang, these people take time to, like, try and like hurt our feelings or whatever. And it's like right away you take it. You kind of take it and you're like, dang, like I just want people to like this podcast, you know? And it just seems like there's hate. But like I told you earlier, try and use it as fuel to the fire, you know? Like, That's what my goal has been recently is the moment I view one is just like, all right, like hopefully they can look at this in 2 months and it's a little bit bigger than it was, you know? But
And like one time I was listening to a podcast from someone super famous. I don't even know who it was. And I can't even remember who it was, but they said like they're getting hurt by these hate comments. And I was like, at the time I was like, why? Why do you care? Just let it roll. Like I wouldn't care if I was in that position. And then like now that I'm here, the reason why I care, I think, is because it takes so much work to make this happen. So many hours per week, like outside of a normal job. And no one understands until you actually do it how much effort, work, brain power, money goes into this. And for someone to just like watch something for 10 seconds and leave a hate comment, it hurts because...
And they assume that they know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first hate comment we ever got. I don't know if I'll ever forget this.
Yeah, me
the
neither.
first one we ever got was a couple of kids talking in daddy's garage about nothing. And I was like, dude, no, I rent this shop.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can get off of hate comments.
Right. Well, we can go to the good comments. Those are the ones that, dude, that is why I'm doing this. You know, when you get those paragraphs of people saying, hey, you know what? I didn't think it was going to be good right away, but it was super organized. You guys did a great job. Those mean a lot more than whoever is making those comments think, you know?
Yeah, so there's one comment that I want to read just because it kind of touched us the most. This guy, right when Dalton's came out, he said, no clue who you guys are. I'm assuming this was recommended because I watch the Sea Boys religiously, but I got to say, I'm glad it was. Boys, this is one of the best engaging podcasts I've ever seen from the hosts and guests. Great job on the question and bringing the convo back to the topic at hand every time it is veered off. I was thoroughly impressed with your hosting skills. Keep grinding. This pod should blow up with you two at the helm. And like,
dude, that one hit.
That's
one awesome.
Hit. That one hit.
When I read that, it's like, wow.
One thing that Aiden does every single week is he takes a screenshot of TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube of followers, likes, all that stuff.
So the first week we started, Instagram we had 167 followers, YouTube we had 57, and TikTok we had 118.
That's not bad just for like first starting out. It was just people, friends, and family, but that wasn't horrible.
Right. So for the first couple weeks, I would say like 3 or 4 weeks, we were gaining around on each platform, probably I would say like an average of 20 a week.
20 followers?
20 followers a week.
That was not good right away.
That was not what we're at today, right?
Yeah.
Last 3 weeks, we've been averaging on Instagram, we've been averaging about 150 a week.
Right.
YouTube, 200 a week.
That's good. YouTube is tough. YouTube's tough.
Yeah. And then TikTok, I would say probably close to like 1,000 a week, maybe 900.
Recently?
Okay.
Yeah, well, it all kind of shot up at once, though, because it was probably like 50 or 100.
I'm gonna say 600 a week.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
600 a week. But even that, like, that's crazy. And we love to see the growth. So,
dude, I'm so stoked about all that. Like our growth has been crazy, and especially on YouTube. Like YouTube, people say, I mean, Caden said it on his episode. He said 1,000 is like the hardest to get to.
Yeah,
and we're getting there in pretty much 3 months. This will be our
we're almost there.
episode.
We have like
I
think I counted 38 left.
38.
38
Yeah, so
subs.
hopefully by the time this is out,
oh, for sure,
we'll have it. So
yeah,
and then we're gonna get a big old photo of us, put it behind us that says 1,000 on it,
and then we can get monetized too.
Yeah,
so that'll be sweet.
Something else that I just want to share with you guys, because we're getting deep into the background of the podcast. You guys see this watch? It's a I don't even know. No plug, actually. Cut that out. No plug. No free plugs. But it's like a $45 watch. It looks nice. It looks nicer than it is. But the reason that I bought it is because I bought it at 100 subscribers. And it's like my way of like giving myself like a trophy for every time that we hit a certain subscriber count. And 100 is big. I mean, like, maybe I should have waited till 1,000 looking back, but 1,000, 100 felt big at the time, just because going from
What was the start?
Yeah,
too?
going from the idea stage. That was for going to the idea stage to having 100 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
That was what that was congratulating me for. It's a $45 watch, but then it's like once we go from 100 to, I probably won't buy one at 1,000. I'll probably go like 10,000. Once we get to 10,000, I'll get something, and then that's kind of just gonna be like my trophies as we
That'll
go.
be super cool to watch too.
Watch.
No pun intended. But like for me,
Yeah.
I don't have to spend any money. I can just watch you do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really cool to see how long it takes, and also like listening back to this when we're like
right. Yeah.
down the road, it'll be cool to hear like, oh, we were at this number,
Right.
All
right. So we got the new year coming.
Yep.
What's your goal? Let's do for just the year of 2025.
Okay.
Just your goal with the podcast.
Dude.
And you can shoot for all the way until like late year, but just what is your goal with this podcast?
I'm not even going to put a number on it or anything. I just want to say weave in my faith to every episode. If I can weave in my faith to every
Way
episode.
to do that, sure.
Yep. And then just share the best stories that we can. That's honestly
Sure.
my goal. And honestly, all that, and then also become a better interviewer and be more comfortable on camera.
Yeah.
Those are like my main goals. That was 5 and 1. But
No,
what about
that's
you?
cool. For me, consistency.
Not miss a day.
Stay as consistent as we have been now. That is, we've been doing a really good job with it, but we have things coming up, holidays or trips or whatever that we're going to have to figure out with each other.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that? So consistency, keeping up with it. And then becoming a better interviewer is definitely something on my mind, but just becoming a better person through these guests that we interview. Learning from them and incorporating it into your life. My favorite podcast lately not lately, the ones that we've done so far has been John. And that's because he taught us a lot during that podcast. And I already see myself taking some of the things he's said and incorporating it. And so that was my favorite podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say what is your favorite and why, but you kind of already answered that.
Yep, that's exactly mine. Even if it's not the most popular, whatever. If I suggest anyone, go listen to that one. That one's great. But yeah, that definitely was my favorite.
I'll touch on mine as well while we're on the topic. Loafs was pretty cool. He's just cool. That one was really cool to do because I've been watching him for forever, and so. The Caden, shout out Loonies. He's the one who connected us. Without Caden, we wouldn't have been able to do that. And Ben for letting us just come there and be at his house. But anyway, so if you guys haven't watched the episode with Loaf, go watch it. It was awesome. So he was one of my favorite, but then probably my favorite just got to be Dalton's, just because everything about it, the execution was perfect. We
asked the right amount of questions
I don't know if I'm gonna
without
put this in or not, but if you guys hear this, that's cool. Oh my god!
And that was huge.
That was the biggest sigh of relief of all.
And they don't realize it, but that was huge for us.
Huge.
Think about how much we've grown in that one video alone.
That gained us over 500 subs in one day.
When people say it's the hardest is to get the first 1,000, that is what helped us get to our 1,000.
Yep.
Right there. And so yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was that was
scary,
crazy.
but
dude,
yeah.
that when I got that text, I think I was on the phone with you actually.
Sure.
I was either on the phone with you or I just called you right after. Dude, just freaking out. But yeah, shout out Dalton if you're watching this. Okay, guys, getting out of the podcast now and talking a little bit different topic here. I was trying to learn how to do a backflip flat not too long ago. I used to do flips on trampolines all the time. And it got brought up between me and Aiden, and this dude says, "Oh, I can do a backflip so easy. I know how to do a backflip." I do not believe him for a second. I said, "Wait until we get on the podcast and let's do it." So I'm gonna need you to do that right now. What do you think, bro? What's your comments?
Dude, I haven't done a backflip in a long time.
Here come the excuses.
No, I'll do it.
You're gonna do it?
I'll show you.
Okay. I'll record it on my phone so that people can see.
Perfect.
Here's what our setup looks like. Here's my POV, guys.
Dude, that scares me, bro.
You're not gonna hit it.
I guess you don't really have to rap. Hey guys,
We're gonna go outside. We'll be right back. All right, let's see it. Oh my gosh. Wow, he did it. You guys saw it.
On concrete is crazy. But
Sorry,
there was
I don't
no
know if that
grass.
was a little off track. And for the audio listeners, that might be confusing, but he did a backflip. I just had to challenge him because I really didn't think it was going to happen. Well, guys, it is November 13th, the day that we're recording this, and we got a new president-elect. What do you think about that?
I'm not going to go too deep in like...
Your position on it?
Right. Yeah, so one thing I learned from this election is you don't need to break up being friends, you know, like end your friendship because you have different views on politics. Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta be able to agree to disagree sometimes, because there's people who have views in politics and they won't give up that view. They're not even open to the other side, right?
Yep.
And so why are we like hating on each other, and you literally instantly hate someone because of their own views? That's what I've learned, is like trying to find that way of saying things when it comes to politics, but not like ruining a friendship over it.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of friendships are like not built off of that, but like a lot of the people's morals are the same.
right. No, yeah.
Or like not morals maybe, but like views on stuff are
For
the
sure.
same. So like it kind of works out anyways. But man, I've seen a lot of stuff on Instagram stories. It's like, if you voted Trump, never talk to me again. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, which is crazy. We've never been this divided before.
Yeah.
People just hate the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Hate the other side. I will never be like a person that hates somebody for what their views are in politics.
Right.
I might disagree with them, and I might not choose to be around them all the time. They
Right.
might not be my best friend, but
Right. But you can't also live a life of just only being friends and hanging around, let's say, Republicans. You know, like I look at it as a business standpoint. If I were to throw out my view everywhere, right? And it became a part of my business.
you just lost 50% of your customers.
Exactly. Exactly. 50%. That's not how I want to be. I just want to be nice, and I just want people to feel welcome to my business, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be like, oh, well, you want to vote for Kamala, so I'm not going to build a house for you.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the way you run your business, you're
Well,
not a very good business owner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But
no, it
you-
was
you know what I mean.
I'm just happy it's over, you know?
Right.
I'm happy it's
Oh,
over.
I'm
and-
happy that the ads are over
Yeah.
because, dude, the ads, oh my gosh, it's
Dude,
just
they're crazy.
bashing each other.
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing things and I'm like, that has never actually happened. They just like make
Sure.
up some shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, oh, Donald Trump, he's this,
Yeah.
this. You know, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Instead of bashing each other, we should be making commercials about why one would fit the criteria better, why they
Yeah.
would perform
Yeah,
better
yeah.
in that position.
That never has made sense to me.
I know.
Why? I mean, like, I get it if you're debating, like, no, you're wrong, I'm right.
Right.
Like, I get that. But advertisements that are like, you're wrong,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Or it's like-
not like,
yeah.
I'm not sharing. If I'm Trump, he's not really sharing anything about his views. He's only going at Kamala or whatever, and same thing
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And like, obviously I have a stance on it. I lean towards a certain way, but I'm just want to leave that out. But I'm just like, it goes both ways. So, all right, let's get off the election.
Okay.
I got an announcement that I want to share with you guys. Aiden, you can touch on it too, but coming up soon, we're going to start selling hoodies.
Yes.
We're going to start selling hoodies. It's going to be a little merch drop, and we understand we're small and all that kind of stuff. It's mostly like a friends and family thing, but we're going to have it up so anyone can buy it. We have a lot of money into all this equipment, and so we're trying to kind of recoup a little bit back of it, you know? So that's kind of where we're coming from. We understand we're not going to sell 1,000 sweatshirts and make a bunch of money. That's not what we want to do. We just want to recoup some of the money that we have spent. So that's where we're coming from.
But if we ever, grow to the point where we're doing some sort of like an event,
Yeah.
and you show up in our first hoodie drop,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah. This is a chance.
that's a fan that is an OG fan. And
Yeah.
who knows, we might have a reward for those OG fans someday.
So
Yeah.
this is the chance to get like our first hoodie. So yeah, and then also we're giving away some AirPods to someone who buys them. So we got that figured out, and then we got some other surprises coming up too.
Yeah, I would love to have giveaways at large milestones.
Yeah, give back to the people
Right.
that help us out and
Yeah.
get us there. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's only gonna last for a month, so you got 1 month to do your order, and then these sweatshirts will. I mean, people say, "Oh, they'll never come back," but literally, like, they'll never come back. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you buy one, we would love it, and
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get something special in your order too. It's not just a hoodie. So, but yeah, so that'll be coming out soon. We'll be posting that on the Instagram. Dude, check the Instagram out right here. If you guys haven't followed it yet, that's where we post a lot of stuff daily on the story, and just like updates for everything. Yeah, guys. So go buy a sweatshirt. One thing I want to talk about that just happened. I hope it's still relevant. Zach Bryan, Brianna chicken fry. What do you know? Like, what do you know about it?
I just know that Zach Bryan is not the greatest of all dudes.
Okay, but not like too much about the.
I'm not
details.
too deeply into it. No.
I don't know if anybody. Yeah. Okay. For context, people listening, people watching, Zach Bryan. You guys all know Zach Bryan, one of the biggest like country artists in the world. Brianna Chicken Fry. That's what her stage name is or whatever. She was dating Zach. And so I just want to talk about it a little bit, but I got to give context first so people know what's going on. So Zach Bryan, huge artist. Brianna is on a podcast called BFFs. She's also on Plan Brie Uncut. That's like her personal one. But BFFs is with Josh Richards and Dave Portnoy. Great, dude. I love that podcast. Like, whatever. You guys can clown me all you want in the comments. I freaking love that podcast. And so I kind of have been along the whole time, kind of along for the ride, you could say, with the whole plot. And so when this came out, it was crazy. But basically, Zach and Brianna broke up. He posted about it the next day without like any context or any heads up to Brianna, and just said like we're broken up, and then was on Raya the next day, which is a celebrity dating app like Tinder. Like, what? First of all, that's crazy. It is so deep. So if you guys want to know the whole story, go check that out. But the thing I wanted to talk about was Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards made a diss track on Zach Bryan called "The Smallest Man." That diss track is so tough. That diss track is so tough. Oh my gosh. Did you see it at all?
Yes, I did, dude.
You saw that one? Did you see clips?
It is pretty funny. No, I saw the whole thing.
Okay.
It was pretty
Yeah.
funny. My favorite part is when, what's his name, the older guy?
Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Dave, dude, his acting is so funny. I love watching the video. No,
Yeah.
But I mean, put him in his place.
Yeah. Basically, he emotionally abused her for
Right.
a year. There's details on the pod. Smashed her phone. Like, it kind of got physical and kind of alluded to it a little bit. I hope it never actually did, but they kind of alluded to it during their episode that it got physical between them. Yeah, dude. One story.
Go watch the
from
diss
that,
track
yeah.
though, for sure.
Oh, it got taken down. They can't.
What?
It's
again?
The last thing that it got taken down from was Apple. That's what I listened to it on, and it got taken off there too. It's because Josh is signed by a record label for a, I don't know if it was a movie he did or a video or a song, but yeah, so they took it down. Damn. And anyway, so one story I wanted to mention was Brie was like singing "Last Night We Let the." Sorry guys, I'm not a country artist, but so my voice sucks. But she was just singing that song to herself, and Zach blew up on her. Was like, "You're singing another man's song in my house. What do you like?" Blew up, and she goes, "It was a fight for at least a week."
Wow.
I was like, what?
Dude, immature.
Immature is an understatement.
Dude, I didn't know this much about him until this kind of happened, right? But now, like, my respect, like, his music, I liked it. A couple songs, right? I personally think they all sound the same. But now, I don't even feel like I want to listen to the music. You know, it's just discouraging. And, but
I'm on Brianna's side.
Yeah.
Team Brianna. Also,
For sure.
a big thing that I left out, right after they broke up, Zach and his team offered Brianna $12 million to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
Wow.
And that's dude.
To not take that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, her reasoning behind it. Did you see her reasoning or no? She basically said, what do I get? What do I get? A really nice house.
Right.
Whatever. I'm going to sit at this house and I'm going to think to myself, wow, a dude who emotionally abused me for a year bought me this house.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm really that's really cool that she didn't take it.
Right.
Because she goes, I'm Brianna. I'm set for life. That's so badass, dude. And I don't know. I'm a big fan of those guys. And just that story was so big. I felt like I had to bring it up,
Yeah.
There's a lot of pop culture stuff that's going on. The Diddy stuff was crazy. The P. Diddy stuff.
I don't know.
You don't know anything about that?
No.
What? Okay, P. Diddy's a rapper. I'm not super educated on it either, so people can leave comments below. But P. Diddy is a rapper that lived out in the hills, and he basically had these white parties, but they were bro, they were just big parties.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, with different artists and stuff, and he had been accused of trafficking kids, and
Damn.
he got found with 1,000 gallons or bottles or
Wait,
whatever.
I
of
do
baby
know
oil.
about that. Is
Yeah,
that
the baby oil
saying?
guy.
What's the saying?
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
That okay? I do know
is that what
you're
you're talking about, or no? Or when people
I know
say
what you're talking
no
about.
Diddy or
Yeah,
whatever.
no Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. Oh my gosh.
Now
Yeah,
I do
dude.
remember this because last time we were talking with Spicy.
Yeah, yep.
about it.
We
Yeah.
brought it up on Spicy's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to today's sponsor, Giant Snacks. Giants is a small family-owned business that specializes in premium flavor and giant snack sizes.
From sunflower seeds, pistachios, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, Giants has all the great snacks you need.
Don't forget some of the great flavors that they offer between dill pickle and sweet Thai chili.
Or whatever craving you have.
Check out some of the newest flavors coming to a store near you this fall.
Big Easy cashews and Big Easy sunflower seeds.
Available soon online or at a store near you. Once again, huge thank you to Giant Snacks for sponsoring this podcast.
Now let's get back to the podcast.
Let's get off of TikTok. Let's talk about some pet peeves we've got.
All right.
All right. This
right.
one is my pet peeve, but my girlfriend, it really is her pet peeve.
Okay.
When somebody is, what's the word? Devil's advocate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
arguing
get,
for no reason.
Yes, dude. The people who I'll be talking. It's hey, I really like that new McDonald's sandwich that came out. Oh no, it was all right.
I don't think that's what devil's advocate means.
Or what were we talking about in the car on the way back from Minneapolis? Do you remember when you, not devil's advocate, when you're always arguing, you just try and find an argument.
Yeah.
I gotta redo that.
No, let's keep it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is not what devil's advocate means.
No, let's not keep that. That's a dumb.
No, because that's a clip.
That is not a clip.
That is a good clip.
That is not a clip. I am not
What?
making that a clip. That's
Why?
not a good clip.
That is a good clip.
For me, just being wrong about devil's advocate, no.
You're saying a person that always has to argue or always has
Yes,
to
always
be
has to-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
just-
disagree with you. Disagree with you.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
No, even if what you're saying is there's no argument
I don't
to
think
it.
I don't think that's a pet peeve. You see what I
Like
did
that,
there?
bro.
Yeah,
I saw what you did there.
I didn't see what I did.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't either. Okay. Okay, now I want to talk about a little bit about our personal lives.
Yeah.
What's going on with us? How's detailing going?
Detailing's going good. For those of you who don't know, I have a car detailing business. I've been doing it for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Went to college, graduated last spring, and still detailing and then doing the podcast. Detailing's really good. It's really ramping up. I'm sure people just want to get their car in before winter.
Sure.
But yeah, phones are off the line right now. It's been going good. Just extremely busy.
I heard that somebody invited you to an entrepreneur day at NDSCS.
Yeah, I had two different things actually. I spoke at this event last year with some other entrepreneurs, and it was it's entrepreneurship day, and so basically, there's a few different speakers that come in that have owned their own business, and then they wanted a student's perspective from it. So I basically shared my whole story and everything with detailing, and now this year in April, I'll be able to share detailing and then also the podcast side of it. So Aiden will be there, hopefully. We'll talk about it later too when it gets closer. But Aiden will be there with me to share some podcast stuff too. So yeah, it's in front of.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. It's fun. Public speaking is it's a challenge for me. It's
Really?
Yeah,
You
it
would
is.
never. I would always think that you'd be pretty good at it.
If I'm like passionate about it, yes.
Like the
even with
topic,
my own,
you mean?
Even, yeah,
Okay.
even my own story.
Yeah.
I like struggled.
Really?
It was weird. I like had to have everything super prepared and like on note cards. But really, I feel like I'm a lot better. The podcast has helped,
Yeah.
but if I just had like a PowerPoint behind me that
Sure.
just had photos, I could probably go through my whole story.
Right.
Like, okay, this is what I did, whatever. And not only would I be better at it, but also like it would sound more smooth, and like just whatever. So yeah, anyway, I got asked to do that. And then also Marketplace for Kids. There's like, you like teach classes. So like kids will come into my class and I'll be able to teach them about detailing or the podcast or whatever. So, but yeah,
Sure.
I'm really excited to have been asked to do that stuff. I love being like helpful, I
Involved.
guess. Yeah, around the community. We
Yeah.
live in a small community and that's important. That's really important.
For sure.
And for business too, like if you own a small business, you can't live under a rock. Like you have to be out in the community.
Right.
Whether you're sponsoring events or donating stuff to different benefits, like you have to be involved. And
Yeah.
so yeah. What about yourself? How's school been going?
School's been good so far. I've been doing good with that. I took on a role earlier this year to be president, and I like it. I'm not regretting it, but it is. I'm getting a little bit of like worn out, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, because I'm putting a lot of time into it, and also like the podcast, I'm putting a lot of time into things right now, and I'm not making money from it. And so a lot of it's, I don't want to say volunteer work, but a lot of it's work that isn't paying off and putting money in my pocket. And
Yeah.
at this point in my life, I kind of need money in my pocket, at least a little bit, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so that's kind of what's been going on with me, but I'm doing good. And I've actually learned a lot from this podcast too. Like
Yeah.
you said, public speaking, I have a public speaking class and I'm getting better at it. With that, it's just getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah, yeah.
when I've done that and like you purposely put yourself in uncomfortable spots, I have purposely put myself into speeches that I wasn't even invited to,
Yeah.
but I was like, hey, I want to do a speech here because it improves my speaking skills as I'm messing up. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, let's try some of these seeds out, guys. Let's try some of these seeds out. So we got a new flavor of seeds that Giant Snack sent to us. Can you toss me one of them while I explain it? So basically, it's I'll just take the seeds for now. We got Big Easy. So you guys hear it every single time in our ads. Big Easy cashews, Big Easy sunflower seeds. And I actually didn't even know what they were at the time when we said the ad. How many do we have?
enough.
Yeah, okay, so I can open these?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we could keep them up there.
Yeah. So basically, guys, I mean, we're just gonna open them, give like an honest review. Like we're sponsored, but we have no obligation to be honest about or to be faking our review. So we'll be honest about it. I mean, their seeds are amazing.
It says Louisiana style, so I'm assuming
Smoky
it's
barbecue
Cajun.
and vinegar.
Oh,
Says that right below Louisiana style. Here, Jack, get a zoom in of this. On the back here, it says, "Welcome to the Big Easy, where time flies without a worry or a care. Embrace the sweet harmony of flavors with a tangy." What?
dude,
You're cutting me off already, dude? Come on.
these actually might be my new favorite.
Actually?
Mm-hmm.
You've only had one bite.
No.
I know we're not supposed to eat on a podcast, but excuse us for like 10 seconds. If you don't like eating in a podcast, skip ahead 30 seconds.
Overall, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. I'm the type of guy that doesn't give 10 out of 10s. You know what I mean? Like I dove in high school, and even to get a 7, I mean that's super impressive, right? They don't give out 10s like it's nothing. And so I kind of have based like, if somebody were to ask me to rate their food, Like my girlfriend asked me to rate her like
Bro,
food.
you got to give that a 10
Bro.
if it's your girl, though.
I don't.
Oh, dude.
But she knows because I told her. I'm like, I don't give 10 out of 10s. Like this meal that's a good 8.5, which is really good for me. It's really good for me.
Yeah.
But like, I don't give 10s. It'd
Yeah.
have to be like the best meal of my life to be a 10. Because if you give everything a 10, then 10
Yeah,
isn't
there's
that
no
valuable.
value. Yeah,
you
like
know?
Dave Portnoy, one bite pizza. That's his thing. But
What would you rate it?
I'll give you my rating. I'm gonna dive a little deeper because that's what I like to do. I like to dive deep into the product. So first things first, let's look at the packaging here. Don't worry, guys. It won't be that long. It won't be that long. But I gotta just give a shout out to this packaging. It kind of reminds me of Vikings, purple and yellow. So, and then there's like these beads that go around the G, and then Louisiana style. And then on the back there's like that quote. This packaging. For like compared to the rest of the Seeds packaging, I'm giving this a 9.9, bro. A 9.9. The OG blue is like you can't get past that, but the purple and yellow is just a different level. So 9.9 on packaging. Taste, I'll tell you guys, it tastes like bacon ranch and like sweet Thai chili kind of combined almost because it's like bacon ranch, but a little like spice,
yeah.
Just a hair of spice. And it's not like spicy, but like you can tell. I'm giving that a 9.5.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm just
so you are
comparing
a
it-
high giver.
No, listen though, this is why. I'm comparing it to all seeds.
Okay.
Not like
Okay.
all food.
Right.
All seeds.
Got you.
Like pizza, you rate it
So
by
that makes
all
sense.
pizza. Yeah,
I got you.
9.5 for seeds for sure. And then I mean it's my second favorite all time seeds. But yeah, no. I mean guys, go check out Big Easy Sunflower Seeds by Giant Snacks. Without them, you guys know how it is. I say it every single time. Without them, we wouldn't have the show here. So yeah, hopefully. Also, I mean, if any of you guys know any brands or have a brand that would,
Or guests.
yeah, I mean, brands that would want to sponsor or guests that would want to come on. I mean, give us a shout. We look at our DMs. We've been receiving a lot of DMs. Been looking at those. All right. One other thing I want to say.
Yeah?
Guys, rate our style. Rate our style. Who's winning? I mean,
Okay,
you guys
today
are probably
you were prepared for that, bro.
You guys are probably curious about like our outfits. Like, do we actually plan them out for the podcast? Right? The answer is yes. I mean, I do think about it.
Not today though. Today this is what I wore the whole day.
I mean, I definitely went home and like quickly picked this out. But yeah, I mean, you're on camera for an hour. I got that question. Like, do you pick out your style for the episode? And it's like, yes, we do. So, I mean, let's do outfit of the day real quick before we wrap up. I got the Jordan 1 lows white, Nike green pants, and then Connor Price hoodie. What do you got?
I can't tell you what I got, to be honest.
They're tough. I like the shoes and the
The-
jeans.
On Cloud,
Yep.
probably
Cloud
jeans
Tex.
from the Buckle,
Buckle jeans are tough.
and then a NASA
Buckle-
sweatshirt
Yeah.
from the good old NASA
When are you
store.
getting a haircut?
Dude, when are you gonna get a haircut, bro?
What are you talking about? My hair looks fire.
Dude, you look like a kid.
No, my hair looks fire. I mean, it's kind of tough.
Bro, my hair is like that's the flow nowadays, you know? You
That
gotta
ain't
have the
flow.
long hair.
That ain't the flow.
Bro.
That flow is horrible. No way you tipped over because I was hating on your hair, bro. No way. I'm going to let you get up by yourself, too. I'm going to let you get up by yourself. Okay, guys. And with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching the Beyond the Spotlight podcast this week. This is a really fun internal podcast that we got to do here and just share some background about what we do. We'll have some other people on too to help us out and ask us questions and everything. So leave any comments down below of what you guys want us to answer next time, please. Thank you to Giant Snacks for being an amazing sponsor. Almost at 1,000 subs. Rack it up. Let's go. We might have hit it by now, but rack it up. Anything else you want to say, Aiden?
Nope.
Perfect.
Peace.
Peace.
Real ones with me, I know we gon' beat the odds. Counterfeit, guess it from the thought of it. People fake, think they need to start a kid.